The elevator that stops one floor too low. The elevator was empty. No one inside, no one waiting, and yet it moved from the 7th floor to down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then below 1. The display flickered once and stopped at B. The doors opened. No one stepped out. But when they closed again, the elevator was no longer empty. The building officially had 13 floors. No basement, no underground parking, no storage level. But the elevator panel had a small faded button under one, labeled as B. It did not glow like the others. It did not click properly, and it always felt colder than the metal around it. Lena noticed something strange during her first week living there. No one ever stood near the panel. People pressed their floor and stepped back immediately, as if they were afraid of touching it twice. One night, she casually asked her neighbor, "Does this building have a basement?" The woman froze for just a second. "No," she said, and walked away. 2 nights later, Lena returned home late. Only the security guard was in the lobby. She mentioned the button. His expression changed instantly. "If the elevator ever goes down by itself," he said quietly, "step out immediately." "What's in the basement?" she asked. He looked at the elevator doors. "There is no basement," he replied. "And if it stops there, it's not stopping for you." That was the first time Lena felt uneasy. At 2:57 a.m., Lena stepped into the elevator alone. She pressed 7. The doors closed slower than usual. The lift began to rise. Then it stopped, not at a floor between them. The lights dimmed slightly. The display went blank. Then the elevator began to descend. Lena pressed 7 again. Nothing happened. She hit the emergency button. Static. The display flickered back on. It showed one letter, B. The temperature inside dropped. The elevator stopped with a heavy final sound. The doors slid open. It was not a basement. It was a hallway, longer than the building's entire wing. Dim overhead lights, silent on both sides. Elevator doors, dozens of them, all different. Some dented, some scratched from inside, no leveled. Lena did not step out. She could not. The air felt wrong, too still. Then she heard it. Breathing, not from one place, from behind the doors. Slow, patient, waiting. A voice echoed softly down the corridor. You came back. Lena whispered. I did not press it. The voice responded calmly. No one ever does. One of the hallway elevator doors trembled. Another let out a soft knocking. Then another, like something inside was testing the walls. Lena realized something horrifying. Each of those doors was an elevator from somewhere else. Different buildings, different cities, different people, all who pressed nothing, all who arrived anyway. The hallway was not beneath this building. It was beneath all of them. The elevator behind Lena began closing slowly. She shoved her arm between the doors. Pain shot through her wrist. For a split second, the hallway lights brightened, and she saw faces behind the other doors. Not dead, not screaming, just watching, waiting, as if they had been there for a long time. The voice whispered again. We only stopped one floor too low once. Something cold brushed her wrist. Lena yanked her arm back. The doors slammed shut. The elevator shot upward violently. Floor numbers flashed too fast to read. Then it stopped. The doors opened. The hallway looked normal. Bright lights, silent carpeted corridor. Lena stepped out slowly. Her movements were steady, too steady. The elevator doors closed behind her. In the reflection of the metal surface, for a half of a second, she was still standing inside, smiling. Then the reflection snapped back to normal. Lena walked toward her apartment. The security guard was waiting near the staircase. He looked at her carefully, not relieved, not surprised, just observing. You are leaving tomorrow, he said. It was not a question. Lena nodded once. Her expression did not change. That night she packed. She did not sleep. She did not turn on the lights and stood near the window for a long time, as if listening to something far below. By the morning, Lena had moved out. At least that is what the neighbors believed. A week later, a new tenant entered the elevator. he noticed something strange on the panel. The basement button was gone. In its place, there is a new metal button, unpolished, recently fixed. It had a single engraved letter, L. There is no L floor. What is this? The new tenant said. The security guard did not answer immediately. His eyes stayed on the panel. That's not a floor, he said quietly. The security guard did not look at him. It only appears after the elevator replaces someone. The tenant laughed nervously. That does not make sense. The guard finally looked at him. It will. Sometimes it only keeps the original. That night at 2:57 a.m., the elevator moved on its own. Then below, the display showed L. The doors opened. The endless hallway waited. At the very end, behind one of the elevator doors, a woman pounded from inside. Her voice echoed faintly through the metal. Please let me out. It was Lena's voice. The elevator doors closed again. In a different apartment building across the city, a woman who looked exactly like Lena stepped into another elevator. She pressed 7. The doors closed. The elevator moved, then stopped. Not at 7, but one floor lower. The display flickered. She did not look surprised. She did not press any buttons. She just smiled, like someone who had been here before. As the doors opened, someone inside whispered, "Welcome back," and she stepped out. If you listen at night, this channel is for you. If you like this story, subscribe for more stories like this. And just remember, some places remember the people who choose them.